Hi and welcome to the Property Show. Happy New Year. It's a new season. Let's pick up this year with new energy and determination. If that sounds like you two are in that space, then this edition is just for you.
I think the Kenyan government was one of the fastest to react, coming out with both monetary and fiscal policy to help people survive and to weather the storm that was coming. You had, of course, a reduction in corporation tax, you had the PAYE reduced, so people weren't paying so much.
As we start this season, affordable housing will be the name of the game. Today, we revisit a selection of affordable houses in different locations that you have loved most this season. The Accessory Spot shares ideas on how to stand a home with a collection of affordable, beautiful, trendy pieces within reach.
Majority of the furniture here is designed by me. So sometimes the artisans may say, oh, this is a bit of a tricky design, I've never done this before. So that's one way I like them to grow, is they're challenged technically.
The all-time favorite home ownership segment shares yet another motivating story of a homeowner's dream that turned into a blissful reality.
Start now. Start where you are. Start with fear. Start with pain. Start with doubt. Start with hands shaking. Start with voice trembling. But start. Start and don't stop.
I would love to hear from you. Drop us a comment on our social media handles. You're watching The Property Show. As always, there is something for everyone. Different times indeed call for different measures. As home buyers aggressively look for a way out of the rut, developers are also adapting to evolving needs. Today, we revisit affordable houses available in different locations that you have loved most this season. Modern living is truly getting redefined. Starting us off is an urban development setting the pace in the affordable housing landscape. Located along Gong Road, Racecourse Gardens. The designs of these apartments complement the city worker who wants to live in a quiet, gated community that comes with all the nitty-gritties of today's urban living. Here is all that and much more.
Racecourse Gardens Limited is located in the new urban development nested on Gong Road. The estate is 9.5 kilometers from Nairobi Central Business District and 300 meters off Gong Road. You can get to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in 20 minutes from the Southern Bypass. Racecourse Garden Limited is within easy reach of a number of shopping centers such as Galleria, Junction and Prestige. It is also within close proximity to schools such as Riara Springs Academy and Makini Schools. Hospitals within the area include Aga Khan, Nairobi Hospital and Karen Hospital. Racecourse Gardens are a spectacular community offering an opportunity to own premium, high-quality apartments with contemporary interior finishes. It offers 436 units, which comprise of studio apartments, standard one-bedroom, deluxe one-bedroom, and two-bedroom apartments. This housing project fits into your lifestyle. Accommodation includes lounge, common washroom, kitchenette, 2 balconies, 1 bedroom, ensuite master, fitted wardrobes, and tiled floors. Salient features include smart CCTV on the entire development, standard Wi-Fi on the entire development, nursery, school and children's playground, swimming pool and gym, lifts, commercial center, lighting and water management set up using the latest green technologies, secure main gate entrance and masonry wall with electric fencing, modern sewage treatment plant, borehole, overhead water tanks, Cabro roads, parking bay for each resident and additional parking for visitors.
Next, another architectural jewel that you have loved this season is also located along Gong Road, Grand Eben Park. This project boasts of convenient urban living with a blend of recreational facilities. Let's take a look.
The Grand Eben Estate is located along Gong Road, 2 kilometers from Gong Racecourse and Golf Club. The spacious 2 and 3 bedroom units are ideal for providing the occupants the royal experience. Accommodation features include spacious lounge and separate dining area, balcony, visitors cloakroom, kitchenette with pantry, master bedroom ensuite, walk-in closet, the interior space with provisions for washing machine, oven and separate drying yard. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fence, ample parking, Cabro-paved driveways, gym, rooftop swimming pool, and conference center. For shopping facilities, the property is a 2-minute drive to the Junction Shopping Center, 10 minutes to the hub, and 50 minutes away from the CBD.
Our next stop is another hotspot, also located along Gong Road. What makes this project tick all the boxes for me is the design layout, amenities, location, and the different options you can pick from. Here is a snippet.
Encang apartments are located along Gong Road, a few meters from the Junction Mall. It comprises of 3 blocks of 165 units with 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments. The 2 and 3 bedroom apartments are ensuite and all houses are open for customization. The 1 bedroom units stand in a plinth area of 50 square meters, 2 bedroom unit sits in 85 square feet, and the 3 bedroom units are on 110 square feet. Encang is a word derived from the Ma community meaning homestead. Accommodation features are spacious living area, spacious dining area, prepaid piped gas system, large kitchen top and bottom cabinets offering enough storage, master ensuite bedroom, common cloakroom, large windows allowing natural light, laundry area, ready internet connectivity. Other amenities include 24/7 manned gate with a perimeter wall, electric fence and CCTV cameras, code access security systems, lifts, ample parking space, Cabro-paved driveway, park benches with canopies, backup generator, street lighting, a sewerage system, a commercial block offering a clinic, coffee shops, gym, a mini-mart, restaurants, as well as a salon and spa. This development is in close proximity to a number of shopping malls, the Junction Mall, renowned schools such as Riara, and health centers like the Current Hospital. The price guide for this apartment is 1 bedroom goes for 4.5 million Kenya shillings, which are fully sold. 2-bedroom goes for 7.8 million Kenya shillings and 3-bedroom goes for 9.5 million Kenya shillings. The expected completion of this project is end of January 2021.
Up next is a song I love to sing because it should be a huge consideration when you're looking for a home. Location, location, location. These elegantly designed units offer an ideal home setting with all amenities needed for modern living in close proximity. Let's hear more on West Pointe.
West Pointe is a development of 254 2- and 3-bedroom apartments strategically located just minutes away from the CBD. The project consists of 13 floors with 2 wings, the east and west wing. There are different typologies including standard, premium and deluxe for the 2-bedroom apartments, plus 3 bedrooms with a plinth area of 58, 67, 70 and 103 square meters respectively. The amenities in the apartments include spacious lounge and dining area with an open plan concept, balcony overseeing the beautiful neighborhood, a fully fitted kitchen with a cooker and hood, oven, washer plus a dryer, cabinets for storage, master ensuite bedroom with inbuilt wardrobes for storage and atrium allowing in light into the building, wide corridors and spacious stairs. The salient features include internet and DSTV connection in each apartment, 3 high-speed lifts with an extra one designated for the parking silo, parking silos with designated spots for each apartment plus extra parking space for the visitors, swimming pool and gym with ladies and gents changing rooms, a steam room as well as a roof terrace on the 12th and 13th floor of the west wing, City Council water supply plus a borehole with water tanks for storage, landscape gardens, backup generator. For security, there is 24-hour manned gate, perimeter wall with electric fence, a reception plus smart controls. West Pointe is complete and 60% of the project is already occupied. There are apartments to buy and to let.
Our next stop is Pangani Estate, a project strategically located with key facilities in close proximity. Here is what they have to offer.
Nestled in the heart of Nairobi's Starehe division along Ring Road, Ngara is this magnificent affordable housing project by Nairobi City County and a private developer. This project will consist of 1,562 units of 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms spread across 8 blocks. The construction of the first phase has begun and is expected to be completed by end of 2021, while other phases will be ready by 2022. The apartments come with the following amenities: an open plan concept with living, dining and kitchen area, a common cloakroom, large windows for natural light and air circulation, and a laundry area. Other amenities include perimeter wall with electric fence, CCTV camera, ample parking area with paved driveways, borehole for constant water supply, upgraded electricity for reliable power supply, jogging track, beautiful landscaped gardens, and children's play area.
Coming up is a project located along Thika Superhighway, Clay City. This urban development comes with delightful finishes, making it a top pick for family use as well as a great investment. Let's see what they have to offer.
Defined by serene living and modern haven, Clay City apartments are located off Thika Road in Kasarani. These modern apartments comprise of 80 three-bedroom units with a plinth area of 110 square meters spread across 2 blocks. Accommodation features include spacious lounge with dining area, balcony area, kitchen area fitted with granite countertops, master ensuite, common cloakroom, hot water heating system, ceramic tiled floor. Salient features include 24/7 manned gate, boundary wall with electric fence, CCTV surveillance, ample parking area, 2 high-speed lifts per block, children play area, borehole, backup generator for common areas, usable rooftop.
Another sought-after property during this season is Nalani Homes located in Ruaka. The developers of this project have planned every detail, delivering elegance and style. And if privacy and space are your terms, then this project is worth considering.
Nalani Homes apartments are set in the heart of the rapidly developing neighborhood of Ruaka suburbs, 100 meters off Limuru Road and 400 meters from the Eastern Bypass. Nalani Homes consists of 42 modern 2-bedrooms master ensuite apartments with a plinth area of 88 square meters. The amenities include spacious lounge complemented by American-style kitchen, spacious utility area, master ensuite bedroom with a spacious balcony, inbuilt fitted wardrobes, lobby area servicing 2 units per floor, master ensuite bedroom with a spacious balcony, inbuilt fitted wardrobes. Other features in the project include high-speed lifts servicing 2 units per floor, standby generator to power common areas, borehole as well as underground water tank for storage, DSTV, intercom and ready internet in the premises, CCTV surveillance in the entire complex to enhance security, swimming pool with changing room and gym, play area for children surrounded by well-manicured landscaped areas, plus a rooftop terrace.
We finish off this edition of the most loved affordable projects this season with a development that comes with everything you need in a gated community. Acacia Premier Villas located in Kitengela. Let's take a look.
Acacia Premier Villas are a tasteful modern gated community located in Acacia, Kitengela, 800 meters from Nairobi-Namanga Highway. This development comprises of 38 villas of 3-bedroom master ensuite with a DSQ. The project is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 comprises of 8 villas with plinth area of 273 square meters and 81 square feet rooftop area. Phase 2 will comprise of 16 units, while Phase 3, 14 units. Construction of Phase 1 is complete and for the other phase is ongoing. Accommodation features: the ground floor consists of a spacious living area fitted with large windows for natural light, a spacious dining area, an open-plan kitchen fitted with up and down cabinets, self-contained servants' quarter, a pantry area for extra storage, and a visitor's cloakroom. On your way to the first floor, there is a spacious staircase with a large window which provides natural light. This floor comprises of the master bedroom fitted with shower cubicles, and the other 2 bedrooms share a common cloakroom. The second floor is the rooftop area that holds water storage and a spacious place that can be used to entertain your guests. Common amenities will include 24/7 manned gate with electric fence, CCTV surveillance, children play area, internal live fences, cabro-paved driveways, clubhouse, borehole, ample parking area with greenery spaces, provision of washing area and gas cylinder space. This development is in close proximity to schools, hospitals, shopping malls, and ease of access to transport system.
Every Sunday, you're sure to get insights of what's going on in the real estate market, as well as highlights of developments you can call home, plus good investment deals. If you're wondering how to start this journey, we are here to help you connect the dots and make the right decisions. And guess what? We are just a telephone call away. We are taking a short break. Coming up, the accessory spot with a collection of affordable, beautiful, trendy pieces within reach.
This is the narrative which I always use, that when I began this business, I realized that there was a gap, that customers were being ignored simply because they are not fundis, they know nothing. But customers are the biggest asset.
And so much more. Don't go away, we'll be right back after the break.
That's when she replied, "Give me one good reason to stay with you." Nikamtumia 100 reasons to be my boo. Akanisho unabonga sana kwa text lakini in real life when I'm timid. Hapo nika get minutes ya kupaint picture vivid. Akasema ati I'm in demand. Unadhani DM yangu ni MD? Kumbe nilikuwa nishasotiwa na 100 MB.
Call, SMS and browse from only 10 shillings with Telkom. Now that's power. Telkom, moving with you.
Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Today, our expert segment goes down memory lane on how the real estate panned out this season. Given the shift we are seeing, and of course with a slow economy, which markets do you think would be attractive for developers, investors, and the consumer?
I'll use the words of Winston Churchill, said, never waste a good crisis. And so we are in a crisis for both consumers of real estate and investors into real estate. So for consumers of real estate, I think you have to think through the situation we find ourselves in. So in a situation where there's very little money in circulation, there's a lot of property on sale. So as a consumer, if I'm seeking to buy a property or to rent, this is a time to, one, negotiate for huge discounts. So I think that's an opportunity for the consumers of real estate. Currently, you can walk around and fetch for yourself very decent discounts when seeking to buy, and depending on the mode of purchase. Secondly is payment plans. Again, around this time for consumers of property, you're likely to be able to fetch yourself a very good payment plan, again depending on availability of upfront cash. So long as you can put some little cash on the table, then you're able to pay for things over a period of time. But I'll also advise those seeking to invest in real estate as consumers in the short term. Also be cautious, because at the moment you also have a lot of assets on sale through private treaties and such. So you've got to be sure that you're acquiring these assets at the right values. So long as you're cautious, then I think you shouldn't waste the crisis. You should take advantage of the crisis.
And what's your take on the mortgage market?
On the mortgage market, we're still talking 26,000 mortgages. So one, I don't expect that number to change significantly. However, a lot of developers are now moving towards the affordable housing sector. And by moving into affordable housing sector, it means that people will then be able to afford homes. And that means that number is likely to grow in the short to medium term. So we're likely to end up with far more mortgages. I think the government has been working very hard to deliver on the affordable housing agenda. And I think a critical component to that was the KMRC. I understand it's already capitalized to the tune of about 37.2 billion shillings. And with that, if they're able to advance mortgages at 7% for 20 years, then that means people will be able to pay mortgages in the regions of 31,000 shillings. And that makes it very attractive for what I'll call your common person. And that means more accessibility, and hence the mortgages will increase.
I dare say that I don't think there's any audacious program like this Park Road housing scheme. And it is audacious in many ways because this program started last year, April. And I don't think there is any government project that has actually been undertaken with this kind of speed. And so I think we are also sending out a message that you can do good quality work, but at the same time you are able to meet the deadlines. So we are very, very excited about that. These houses are going to be habited by the face of Kenya. And I think if all else fails, I think that is the most important thing, is that you don't need to know the PS, you don't need to know the housing secretary or anybody else. This process of allocation of these houses is the most transparent process, and anybody from Mama Mboga to a shoe cobbler to a juakali artisan can today own a home. This affordable housing agenda has been misunderstood. Perhaps to say that it's government that is going to be building houses. No. This agenda is about government facilitating the private sector. This housing scheme has been undertaken by an investor. They put in their money, they built it, government provided the land, and once the housing scheme was completed, we had mobilized the money from civil servants from all over the country to pay them. So I think it's important to understand how this model works. And you cannot do that without the financial institutions because we know that our housing sector, the market is broken. and it is a systemic problem that has taken many years to be. For a country of 47 million and above to have about 25,000 mortgages, I think you can all attest that we have a problem. But we have started the journey to right those wrongs, and we cannot do it without getting the private sector involved. So it's important that you understand that the housing agenda, and because this is not a 2022 agenda, this is something that we want to make sure that for 50 years and 100 years to come, any Kenyan born can aspire to have their own house. This is very, very, very important. So laying the right foundation is important, but making sure that we do it with the right partners is critical. So allow me then to introduce our partners from the banks. And because most of them have written to me and they have committed how much money they are making available for you, ordinary Kenyans, you can walk to any of the participating banks and you can be able to get a mortgage and you go get a house of your choice.
For anybody watching you today, Ben, they'll be saying, where do I start from? What would you advise them?
I think there are a lot of barriers to entry into the property market, of course, not least because the cost of entering the market is so high, actually having the capital to put down. But I think the best advice I can give is to do one's best to get that and to start small. I mean, you start small and then you grow. So the very basic, you might say, okay, I'm going to buy a plot of land and I'm going to build a living room and a bedroom so that I can occupy that. And then the money that I save that I'm not paying in rent, I can then add to that and so on and so forth. If you go in too high and you overstretch yourself, then it becomes very difficult to make loan repayments. But in the affordable housing sector, of course, one of the government policies is to make loans very, very cheap. And that's been the biggest barrier to entry to date. So as part of the affordable housing package, as it were, for developers, their ability to build is being helped by government incentives in terms of tax breaks, in terms of cheaper land and so on and so forth. And their ability to sell is being helped by government getting the loan repayments down. I mean, if you say to somebody, okay, you can carry on renting or you can pay 3 or 4 times as much and service a mortgage, well, of course they're going to carry on renting. Exactly. They have no choice. Exactly. But if you can bring that mortgage repayment down, both by lowering the interest payment but also extending the time over which it can be repaid, then if you get those two closer together, then it becomes a much easier choice for somebody to make. Do I carry on paying my rent, or do I now choose a mortgage option where I'm actually starting to own this property myself? Not only am I paying off, but also I'm benefiting from its increase in value as well. So if I buy something for 3 million shillings, maybe I can sell it for 4 or 5 million shillings a few years down the line. I buy a 2-bedroom place and I'm just married. Now I have my second child, I'm ready for my 3-bedroom place, and I can trade and I can start moving up that ladder. And it's just getting on that first step of the ladder that's so important. Okay.
As we finish today, and thank you so much for your time,
okay.
How do you see 2021 unfolding?
Well, as I've said before, I think we're particularly blessed in Nairobi to be the centre of the region. We are a regional hub, and therefore we see international interest, particularly in the office market, but that has a knock-on effect on all other sectors as well. And so I see that demand recovering already to a limited extent, but I see that growing again as we move into the first quarter of 2021. We're already seeing some transactions happening now. People are thinking ahead, preparing themselves for recovery. And so as long as everything goes to plan, we don't have a second wave here, then I think that 2021 will be a good year for us. I think it'll start slow for sure. We're coming off a low base. A lot of organizations have cut their overheads dramatically, and on the basis of those reduced overheads, if we start to see an increase in turnover, then we'll start to recover.
Asante sana for your time, and thank you so much for your generosity with your insights.
Not at all. Thank you very much.
Like all sectors, the real estate market has also gone through its own share of setbacks. The future looks promising, and adjusting to the new norm will be needful for survival. Next, the accessory spot with a collection of affordable, beautiful, trendy pieces within reach.
This is the narrative which I always use, that when I began this business, I realized that there was a gap, that customers were being ignored simply because they are not fundis, they know nothing. But customers are the biggest asset, because one single customer has individualistic and personal thinking of how something should be designed. So what does it mean if you bring more than 100 customers on board? Individualistically ordering seats. It means by the time you are done with 100 customers, my friend, will have learned a lot. And you be open-minded. Don't be rigid as a fundi. Fundis are rigid out there, and I can request most of them, don't be rigid. Customer is always the king. I remember my first order was designing a 3-seater Chester. And then I did it for close to 3 weeks, which nowadays I do it in 2 days. So I crafted the Chester seat, and it was amazing that the client who consumed it did not know that it was my first order. So after the appreciation of the customer, we moved forward. Now we'll begin with showcasing the way the comfort is achieved. This seat is a recliner. It's made of little foaming, which are always medium density, but we fit it with a lot of fiber. If you look at it when I sit on it, you see, it's made of springs, and the cushions here is low density with fiber, so that when you are able to recline, you recline this way. You see, comfort. Now, the customer who wants this kind of seat is doing it to suit our comfortability. And comfort to this client should be done to his or her design, because he thinks this way is right. This is customer number 1. Customer number 2 will order this seat, which is called Mozart. It's a very simple seat, whereby on the sitting area, the cushion is medium, because when I sit on it, it goes down. So it is medium, then it is fitted with fiber at the back. This is customer number 2. Customer number 3, this seat is commonly referred to as love seat, because it's only made for individual. A person who loves himself or herself will sit on this seat. So this seat is high density. You see, there's no comfort as much, but there are people who realize comfortability is when the seat is tough. So this is the seat. Customer number 4. This seat is always referred to as wing chair, but with an open arm. This seat is so big. It is made big this way so that you are able to have comfort when you are sitting in the balcony. The cushions used here is medium. Now we have the lowest density of all. This seat, which is called wingback. The cushion, as I can demonstrate, it is going in, you see? So this is the list. So we have fiber, high density, medium, low density, then the list in that breakdown. So all these are customers who think independently, and comfort to them is relative. It should not be determined by somebody else. They are the one who decide what they want when it comes to comfortability of their staffs. So we'll turn this way now. This is Chester seat. I'll not explain more when it comes to cushioning. I'll explain about design now. This one has been buttoned all over, even back and sides and front part.
Umuhimu wake, ukiweka curtains, yenyewe nyumba inakaa smart. Hata mgeni akija kwa nyumba inang'ara na inapendeza sana. Ukiwa na mzee pia inapendeza. Ukiwa na wageni, nyumba itakaa hivi. Itakuwa inaonekana smart. Designs sisi ndio tunatengenezanga. Unakuja unasema hii design nataka, tunakutengenezea kulingana ile design nataka. Kuna customer wengi wanataka curtain box, Kuna mwenye ana curtain box tunamwekea rings. Kuna mwenye ana rings tunamwekea mali ya kuingiza kamba. Tunatengenezanga venye inakufurahiza. Tupagui customer. Anaweza toka Mathare, tunamusia Ungarunga, Westland, kila mahali. Customer wangu akikuja kama ukuje ununue curtains itakufurahiza, upatie friend yako. Hiyo namba inaendelea kuwa mingi. Asi na feed customer tuko na wengi juu kazi yetu ni nzuri. Tuko na material ya 300, 400, 500 inaenda na kulingana na customers. Kama hii ni 3 meters, ikiwa mita moja tunauza 500. Ikiwa hasa imetengenezwa kila kitu itakuja 1800. Hii next ni 400. Hii ni 400. Ikiwa imetengenezwa kila kitu inakuja 1500. Yaani ukikombea hii ni ngumu kiasi, hii ni light kiasi. Hiyo ndio different. Kuna hadi ya 1000. Ya 1000 ni mzito, ndio kwa maana bei yake inakuja 1000. Tunakwanga na ile size. Customer anaweza kuja niambia dirisha yake ni kawaida. Akiniambia ni kawaida, hiyo tunawekanga 4 meters. Akiniambia dirisha yake ni 2 meters, tunawekanga 6 meters. Kama hana measurement, ananielezanga na muonyesha. Akiniambia dirisha yangu inatosana hivi na mwekea ile kulingana venye naingia. Kuna yule mwenye anaweza kuja kwa nyumba cha pima kitu yote, ananiambia dirisha yangu ni kawaida. Akiniambia ni kawaida namsonea 4 meters. Akiniambia hachui na nataka ikae poa, na mwekanga isikue mingi na isikue ndogo ni 5 meters. Customer akiniambia hana measurement na anapenda curtains, naenda nampimia, namfanyia quotation, namfanyia kazi, nammaliza, nampelekea, namwekea.
Savannah Space is a platform that provides access to market for furniture and home decor makers in Kenya. I work with a lot of informal sector workers, from craftsmen and women, carpenters, basket weavers, rug weavers, and provide access to market for their products. So we curate and we create furniture and home decor that's made locally. Most of the inspiration is from local cultures, local textures, local people, and nature as well. So we have 2 different types of products here. Some are here on consignment, where I work with various artisans. So for example, the baskets, a few of the artwork pieces, some of our woven rugs. I work with different artisans, and then I curate their pieces, and then I bring them here. And then there are also some things that are made in-house. So for example, this furniture piece, this is made in-house. We have our own workshop where I design the pieces, and then I work with the fundis and the carpenters to create them. So Savannah Space is a social enterprise at the end of the day. My goal is to provide access to market for informal sector workers. So for example, the women who make our baskets or the women who make our woven rugs, the plan or the goal is to provide economic stability for the women, where they can use their talents and their skills to create products that they can then benefit from economically. So it is definitely a social enterprise. I'm trying to provide economic stability for different informal sector workers in Kenya. This is called the Roomba. This is definitely one of my favorite pieces. I designed it to emulate an old radio. Because the collection is called Playful Texture, this is exploring play in forms of music. So these represent the speakers. They were done by Erica's Antique, who makes sisal baskets. And then we've used pine wood to create this lovely piece. So here we have, again, one of my favorite pieces. This is called the Mancala coffee table. Mancala is a game that's popular in the coast. So it's an active table. You can actually play. We've got the pieces, the Mancala pieces that you can play this game with, and yeah, it's just a really fun coffee table. It's interactive. You can be sitting around the sofa and just have a game with your kids or with your friends and family. It's just supposed to represent play and fun in the home. And then we have this piece known as the Matu sofa, named after my other brother. I love this color. This is one of my favorite colors. I wanted something to be pastel but green and fun, and something to really brighten up a home. So this is a 3-seater. As you can see, it's quite big. It's got quite a lot of fabric. I didn't want it to have any legs. I wanted people to feel like they're floating, hence the name Matu. Matu means clouds in Kikuyu. And then over here we've got a leather magazine holder. It's an interesting piece. where, you know, you wouldn't necessarily think that you should have a magazine holder in your house, but it adds an interesting touch. And then, of course, it's a beautiful leather tone.
Home accessories is always a winner and gives a home that magical touch. We work with professionals in this line, and if you're wondering how to give your home some glam, just drop us a message on our social media handles and we'll get you connected. Coming up, our all-time favorite home ownership segment with another motivating story of a home owner's dream that turned into a blissful reality.
Our home ownership started when we got married, and we identified a good place. We were living in Nairobi along Forest Road, and 6 years down the road we started thinking we need to have our own home, and so we started visiting the home expos. A lot of that was happening in Nairobi. We visited some of our friends who had their own small homes, and then we came across one of our friends who had bought a place here. We also visited Murera, where we had identified a place, Murera, which is behind the new KU campus, and compared Murera with Mebli Estate, and we ended up with Mebli Estate. Mebli Estate looked a bit organized, and the young families like us were here. So whenever we came here, they were very friendly and always wanted us to come. So we ended up feeling like this was the best place for us, and so that's how we found ourselves here. We bought our land in 2005, and 100,000 was a lot of money. So even if we needed to pay a lot more, then that was a mountain. But what we did, we built our savings. So we had already been building savings together, my husband and I, because I've been working with Racecourse and he had a circle where he works at. And so we put our savings together and we were able to raise money to buy the plot. And that was it. But when we bought the plot, we stopped at that.
At what point did you decide now we can build and this is it?
After buying the plot, we started savings again. As I said, having worked with a circle, so I knew that you can access softer and cheaper loans in the circle. So we started building our savings in the circle individually. After 1 year, we were able to raise enough and borrowed a loan. He took a loan from his circle, I took a loan from my circle, and we put together our savings. Now that is what helped us start. So in 2006, we started putting up our home.
What about selecting the professionals?
Well, my husband has a friend who is a contractor, and he comes from where we come from. And he helped us a lot in looking at what he has done before and comparing what we needed. And so for us, it was an easy business because he showed us a few places and a few options, and we picked on one. And so we modified that and came up with our own.
Construction has a lot of challenges. You start today, the costs go up tomorrow. Did you get into any of those challenges?
A lot of those. We thought we could buy like sand in bulk. We thought we could go to the quarry and get our own stones. And so we tried all that, but eventually it was quite expensive. But the contractor had worked with us. So every time we wanted to buy something, prices, especially for cement, they kept going up. So it was not easy for us, but we kept saying that we are going to make it, we are going to make it. And because we did not do it like in 1 month or 1 year, so we did it progressively. We were able to raise funds for each and every step that we needed to do.
About my home, the one thing I love is the comfort that it gives you, the satisfaction that it gives you, that when you come back home in the evening, you know where you are sleeping, where you are. No one is going to ask you for rent. It is your place. Your children can be proud to say this is our home. And I really love that. There is a satisfaction that comes with it. And a home, and especially to ladies, we are told that houses belong to ladies. It gives even marriage some bedrock, some very strong foundation, because there is that which you own as a family. So there is a lot of satisfaction that comes with it. What I would say is that you have to decide today, or you have to decide now, if you want to live in your own home or what you want. You have to act on life, or life acts on you. Even if you don't decide, either way life will still decide for you. So one has to decide, where do I want to be with my family 5 years, 10 years to come. So choose that which is convenient for you and within your means. If you can afford the mortgage, get the mortgage. If you can go the home construction route, go the home construction route. If you can join hands with like-minded people, by all means, join those hands. So that at the end of it all, whatever you decide, as long as you pursue it and you know where you are headed, it will come to pass.
Do not hesitate. That's the advice that I would give to myself at 30-something years. Do not hesitate. Go for it, because time is money. And the longer you wait, it'll cost you in some way, shape or form, whether it's in interest rates, whether it's in a higher cost, whether it's, just inflation. Things change. So get on, do it today. Pick up the phone, sign it. Because usually I find a lot of people say, I'll wait for the market to change. I'll wait for things to come down. I wait for the bubble to burst. We've been waiting for that bubble to burst for a while now, haven't we?
And the bubble hasn't begun.
And it hasn't, yeah. So the question I have is, if you had gotten in, say 3 years ago at a property that was worth, say 40 million then, now you're probably looking at the same thing, 70, 80. And, so do not wait. Get on with it. Providence, financial planning, sacrifice, and making a plan. You can always make a plan. So my parting shot, Nancy, is the following. I saw this quote on Facebook yesterday, and it's a quote from Iman. She sends out words of wisdom. Iman does. Start now. Start where you are. Start with fear. Start with pain. Start with doubt. Start with hands shaking. Start with voice trembling. But start. Start and don't stop. Start where you are. With what you have, just start.
How was your journey to owning a home? And would you like to share the lessons learned along the way? Drop us a line on our social media handles. Thank you for watching The Property Show and choosing this platform as your ultimate property reference. With more insights on real estate investments, find us on our social media platforms for instant feedback. Happy New Year. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.